Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere program, where our Dyson swarm is a little worse for wear. 54% satisfaction and dropping with the death of sales, as well as the lack of launching of new sales, as well as the fact that we just don't have enough sales being launched. Like, we're producing more sales than we're able to launch. So today our goal is going to be to fix that problem. And we're going to fix it by launching our sales, first of all, out of this planet, off of this planet, out of this planet, off of this planet, whatever. And making sure that we have enough EM rail ejectors in order to properly distribute them on a different planet. So we're going to go on ahead. We're going to add these guys. We're going to make it a max cap of 1,000. Local demand remote supply. And then we're also going to attach this into the power grid. And where's my processing? This way. Yeah, all the processing is up here. So we are just going to go on ahead and upgrade all of the facilities for these and just see if we're actually even able to keep up with them all. I'm hoping we'll be able to just keep up with them all. I mean, I kind of doubt it, but, here's hoping. And then we're actually going to get rid of all of the ones that we're doing on this planet. We're just straight up getting rid of them. I don't need them here anymore. I'm going to have them all on a new planet, and it'll be fine. I'm going to make a new orbit, and that'll be that. So goodbye, EM rail ejectors. You served your purpose for a long time and a good time, and you did your job fantastically. But now I have different uses for you. So, your time has been served. I'll pump this cap up to 2,000, and we'll just see how that goes. Graphene will be fine. I'm a little worried about the photon exciters. Is that what these guys are called? What are you called? Photon combiners. I'm a little worried about the photon combiners. I know we have enough prisms. I'm a little more worried about the green circuits, but I think they'll probably be fine. Probably. And these are Mark II belts, so the Mark II belts will be able to sustain that perfectly. And then we're actually going to go back to where we were last time, Assad Australis 2. However, first we need to actually go get our materials. I almost completely forgot about the fact that I don't actually have any of the materials on me to actually do the project that I'm thinking about doing. And the project that I'm thinking about doing, obviously, is setting up a crap ton of EM rail ejectors on Assad Australis 2 and just have it launch all of our parts for us. It seems pretty straightforward, just launch the sails off planet to a different planet and then just have the new planet be our launching zone. Because that is what we're doing. Like, just to recap, that is what we're doing. And I am going to set it up, I think, at one of the poles. As soon as everything renders in here, I'll be able to tell. Yeah, one of the poles is going to be the best option for this. And it looks like the North Pole here is actually going to be perfect. So let's grab our charger. Charge myself up. And then we're going to need to run power the whole way up there. Which is fine. It's not hard to do. That'll be fine for now. I don't like that as soon as you, like, shift-click on something, it stops your walking. Here. That'll be fine. Now, I'm just gonna put this guy up here on the pole. And we will do some drones, some of these, drones to max. Local storage, drop it to 2,000. Remote demand. Here they come. And now we need to figure out a design for these guys. And you know, actually, the satellite substations are going to be really good for this. So I will be right back. So the reason why I wanted to grab the substations is because you'll notice, and I talked about this the first time we did it, but it has to be outside of the barrel zone. Otherwise, it's too close. But the substations have these ginormous range on them. So what I can do for this design is I can just smack a substation at each of the 4 cardinal directions here. That way, I can place these guys maybe not. I thought maybe I'd be able to place them in such a way that they'd actually be able to look good. Honestly, that doesn't look bad. It's not exactly how I imagined it, but it doesn't look bad. Yeah, no, it doesn't look bad at all. That's fine. And then we can have it coming out of this one. The issue is the fact that now it's not going to be, like, centered or anything. Like, this guy can't be centered. Either this guy can't be centered, or the belt can't be censored. Centered. Not censored. Centered. So let's just rotate it 2 clicks off. Like that. That'll do. Okay. More research speed. Yes. And then I need to design a new orbit for these guys to look at. And I can also put more down, and I will put more down. Right now, I need to figure out a new orbit to design this around. Actually, I don't really think I need to. I'm going to add an orbit. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I think the radius is a bit large. Let's drop it to 10K. Maybe 7.5K instead? Yeah, let's do that. Orbit 3. And then we can select orbit 3. And then I'll obviously still need to hit the plus button in order to get these guys to all cooperate. But now everybody is on orbit 3, and if my assumptions are correct, then that's gonna work. The issue is, where's their starting point? Can I edit you? Because it doesn't look like it's not... It doesn't look like it's actually letting me. Because these guys aren't launching. I don't know why they're not launching. So what if instead, get rid of that, add an orbit. What if instead I just made the orbit inclination 0? Does that work? That does work. Where does that shoot it to? That'll be fine. That'll be perfect, actually. Because I think all of these will be able to fire at once. No, okay, only 4 are able to fire at once. And why is that? I wish I could edit the orbit, you know? Maybe there is a way to edit the orbit? Because what I want to do is edit it. I want to edit the orbit. Oh, there we go. I can. So it's currently at 180. Let me try increasing that altitude. And see if more of them fire at once. Alright, that got 6 of them to fire at once. Let's try editing it even farther. Bump it to 30. That's still 6. I'm gonna call 6 good enough. And then obviously it's gonna be too close if I just try to put it right there. But I can put it here. Aha! That's what I want. That is exactly what I want to see. I want to see it do exactly what it just did. The only issue that I'm currently seeing is that they're not getting power. And that's okay. Because I can take those 4 cardinal directions and plonk them like this. Whoops, that's not a cardinal. The 4 cardinal directions and their 4 halfway point subdivisions as well. Just like that. Wonderful. And then I can take this to the center point and then run it around all of these bad boys. And now I'll almost always have the rail launchers launching as a result of this. Like, I will literally just about always have the same amount of launchers launching the sails at the star. And that will dramatically increase my throughput on Dyson Swarm Energy. And then what we'll do is we'll make sure everything is proper. Yeah, north and south, north and south. And then what we will do is we will grab as much of the whole thing as I can. Perfection. No! Aw, you're kidding me. Ah. Somehow I uncopied that. Alright, let's try again. Gotta go the whole way around. Then into the center. Rail launcher. MK2. Rail launcher. MK2. And we'll put the EM rail ejector there. Save blueprint. And then if I take this, yeah, I know, you're yelling at me. I just want to see it does work. It does work. So it'll just take a little bit of finagling whenever you guys use this blueprint, but when you use it, it will work on any pole of the planet. And you'll have roughly, it looks like a third of your ejectors constantly outputting. Ooh, also, color. That's fine. Color. Benji Blue is what? 340. Well, that's satisfactory, Benji Blue. There. Life distribution of all sails. Life distribution of solar sails. Currently 1,000 in orbit. And it is working. So, what's going to happen over time is that inner ring is going to go away. As much as I loved that inner ring, and I would love to have multiple rings, I think right now I need to prioritize the specific ring that I have here, and then let the smaller ring on the inside go by the wayside for now. Ah, who am I kidding? What happens if I make these guys number 2? Do they actually fire? Barely. Inefficient. Keep it on number 3. Orbit 2. Any of the rest of them still set to orbit 2? No, they're all still set to orbit 3. Good. And our launchers are launching. Eventually, this satisfaction is going to start going up once we give it enough time. And we're moving on to our next project. So, there is an achievement. I mentioned this in passing when we finally unlocked the Interstellar, like, warp travel stuff. And there is an achievement in the game I don't know how to get to them. So there's the statistics panel, there's some kind of button. Oh, B just shows you the map grid, that's cool. Not X, not Z, oh, I didn't know that was a thing you could do. That pulls up that. G, it's the guidebook. F is the replicator. E is the inventory. Q is nothing. R, T is research. Y is Dyson sphere. U is upgrade. O, P. P. So this is, yeah, achievements. So there's one I have not achieved yet. No diving. Land on another planet outside the initial planetary system before unlocking warp drive. So in here, there's a research. Drive engine 4 unlocks mecha warp, the warp drive. And the warp drive uses these things called space warpers, which use the graviton lens, which uses strange matter, which I haven't made any of yet. So I'm gonna make that. First of all, I'm gonna make one of those before I actually go to do this achievement, because this achievement requires me to go to a system outside of our current system before unlocking warp. And you'll notice when I pull up the menu, and some of these systems are like, you know, 3 light years, 4 light years, 4 light years, 9 light years, 4 light years, so 3, reaching in 56 minutes at top speed. So I literally am just going to sit here and AFK all the way to that planet. I actually think what I might do is just make a backup save and do that later, because I don't want to do that right now. I don't actually want to do that right now. Yeah. 2.81 light years away. That's, it's not a small distance, honestly. It's a very, very, very large distance. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a backup of this save where we're at currently. Alright, that got rid of it. And then what we're going to do right now is we're going to, first of all, make ourselves a couple particle accelerators in order to create some strange matter, just kind of by hand. And then we're going to warp around to a couple of different places. Because we do have, don't we? Yeah, we have the particle colliders right here. Oh, these things suck to actually officially automate. And I have a blueprint in my other save. So let me save this game. First of all, save it here because I haven't saved it on my proper one yet. Second of all, save it to a new save file. YT no warp achievement. And save that. So now I should, if I go to my saves... Yeah, now I have 3 saves. Yes. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So if I go in to here, I'll show you the mall that I have for some of the end game materials, and it's awful because the end game materials all take a lot of the same stuff. Where is my mall? Here it is. So you'll notice, first of all, some similarities because I literally ripped the mall design from one save into another. But here's the next one. It's got the mini fusion generators, the particle colliders, the Dyson sphere vertical launching silos, the artificial stars, and the spotlight mining technologies from 2 Interstellar logic hubs. And all of them are local demand. None of them are remote or anything like that. So it wouldn't be a problem. So I'm just going to copy this right here. And I am going to save it. I'm just going to save it as complex mall. And complex mall. And it'll be fine. Oh, this is what I just did this, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Well, delete that because I don't need it. So, complex mall, we have that now. Just to save me time, honestly, because I really didn't want to have to just redo that entire thing with late game stuff in mind that I haven't even technically unlocked yet. But will be unlocking in the very near future, since we're talking about warp technology now. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of a whole bunch of these things. In order to fit it in. And just like I thought, it's going to need foundation support no matter what I do. So, may as well just go on ahead and start getting that put together. There. That should work. Need foundation support too close to another logic station. Seriously? That counts as too close to another logic station? I'm honestly shocked by that, I'm not gonna lie. Of all the things I was expecting it to say, too close to another logic station is not one of them. There. And then, obviously, I'm gonna need to downgrade that. And we'll have to put some of this stuff together later. But these are the 2 that we care about. And then the Interstellar station will get placed. And it's got all the good things in it. Pump up the minimum load of drones. Put in our lovely little drones. And then same thing over here. Just put in all the drones. I'm also going to put in these and make this a remote demand because we will end up having these from like another thing. Annihilation constraint spheres are way down the line. We're not even going to try to worry about those guys right now. All we're going to worry about is these. Where are my blue motors? Ah, they just got here because they're on the other pole of the planet, obviously. So miniature particle colliders are now being made. Very wonderful news. I'm also going to put this here and just dump all of the random crap. Whoa. No, give me all that back. Some of that I want. Thank you very much. Not that. There. There we go. We're fine. And now that we have 2 of these, we can unlock some warps. Strange matter. I only need 1. I'm gonna need some iron, some deuterium, and some particle containers. So, particle containers, nice and easy. Just grab like 2 stacks out of there. What was the other thing I said? I said deuterium. Some nice deuterium in here. Just grab like 4. Whoa, it's a lot more than 4 stacks. And I can also turn this off again. What was the other thing? Iron. It was iron. Iron of all things. Am I right? Of all the things to be needed for such an advanced part, iron is one of them. And there we go. And then I actually am gonna just go on ahead and do that. Strange matter. So now we have some strange matter. And with the strange matter and some diamond, we will be able to create ourselves some warpers. And we will end today by going to a wonderful place with the warp drive. Only need like 100, not even. Goodbye, deuterium. So now we've got a couple. So graviton lens. Go on ahead and grab 5. And 5 more. They take a long time. And then each one of these makes 1 warper versus 1 green science cube makes a bunch of warpers. We'll get to that whole discussion later. Just know it's a lot more efficient to turn your graviton lenses into green science and then into warpers instead of what I'm doing, but you have to start with what I'm doing or it'll never work. What am I missing? Oh yeah, I was doing this stuff, and then I decided to stop doing this stuff for whatever reason. And this takes green science, so we can't do it. We can do this, and then we can do this. Perfection. Look at that research speed. Holy cow, I forgot that that actually matters. And space warpers are being made currently. Oh. Can I get to a point where I can make, like, legitimately 20 of these? What, do I just need more diamonds? No. Because it only took 50 diamonds to do what I just did. So we just need more particle containers. Can I make more? Because that'll be 10 warpers right there. And then I can make 10 more. What do I need to make more? Oh, I do need more diamonds. That's fine. We don't need any more than what we've got currently. This will be fine. And I'll just leave that be. And then where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna scout? What's most important to us at this moment in time? It's a good question. Spiniform stalagmite crystals are always fantastic. Like, spiniform stalagmite crystals are the end-all be-all in terms of cutting oil production. This just has sulfuric acid oceans and crude oil, so good, but not great. This, Iota Octanus, has just so much of everything except spiniform. It doesn't have a lot of spiniform. But it's got a lot of optical grading, a lot of organic, a lot of fractal, a lot of kimberlite, a lot of fire ice. How about you? You're spiniform. Like, fully spiniform. And you're my raw resource. So I guess we go to Iota Octanus first and foremost. And next episode, I think we're going to end up focusing on the automation of the graviton lenses through the green science cube warp thing we're going to end up doing, which is going to require blue chips, which is... let me run down the list for that. So green science is blue chip and graviton lenses. Graviton lenses we've already seen. Strange matter. That's going to suck to do, but we'll do it. Yeah, graviton lens. We've seen that. That sucks. Blue chips, quantum chips, require processors and plane filters. Plane filters require titanium glass and Casimir crystals. Casimir crystals, hey, wouldn't you know it? Graphene, hydrogen, the pink crystal thingies. Or, you know, titanium crystals, which sucks. So the pink crystal thingies. And then the titanium glass, wouldn't you know it? Titanium glass and water, of all things. So that's just straight up awful. Green science is a nightmare. I hate green science. I hate all the stuff that goes into green science. And I hate quantum chips. But that doesn't matter. Yet. Doesn't matter yet. What matters now is we are going to Iota Octantis. And we have some deuterium fuel rods. We have 20 warpers. We're going to charge ourselves. And then the default button is the caps lock key. So here we go. Hyperspace. Huh? Good thing I got research speed. This will only take 2 minutes. My bad. I'll be back, guys. Sorry. It's so weird being in the vacuum of space. Like, I look around. Like, there's home. I can't even see the distinction of the planets anymore. Here's me. And there's just... yeah, an hour 15 minutes to go. It's not that bad. Yeah. Still waiting on that research, I guess. I'm glad you guys don't have to wait with me. I'm sorry. Very anticlimactic. My bad. Anywho, back to waiting. It's about to be done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Iota Octantis. You're mine. Anyway, that's what the warp drive activating looks like. It uses a lot of energy and uses a ton of energy as you do it. You can only go 12 AU per second in like the initial stage of it all. And then it is telling me that I have run out of fuel in the chamber, so we're gonna go on ahead and do this and put some more. Warp travel 3.55 light years from Asad Australis to Iota Octantis. So now that we're in the Iota Octantis system, we can hit V, view the star, and see what we have. So we have 3 planets. And we have a M-type star with 0.85 luminosity. Our home star is 1.0 luminosity, roughly, by the way. It's supposed to be the same magnitude luminosity of our sun in Earth, in the Milky Way. Well, not the Milky Way galaxy, whatever our, star cluster is called. I actually don't know. And we've got a barren desert, which has our optical grading crystals. We have a reverse rotation red stone planet. That's obviously where we're going to get our organic crystal. Ooh! Spiniform stalagmite that's not on an ocean world. So ocean worlds always have spiniform stalagmite, but the problem is the fact that they're buried underneath of an ocean. So you need to use a ton of soil and foundation in order to dig it up and actually use it. But a redstone planet... that'll be perfect. And then the fire ice, it's an ice field, and the fractal silica, that makes sense. So let's plot a course for the redstone planet. That'll be the best planet to look at. The Iota Octantis 3 we're going to be using for the optical grading crystals, and this planet we're absolutely going to be using for the kimberlite, organic, and spiniform stalagmite crystals. So, plot a course, Iota Octantis 1, Octantis 1. A nice, brilliant red sun. Could probably use some red, whatchamacallums. Red solar sails for it. Is there any oil here? There is oil here. Where's the oil? The oil is on Iota Octantis 1, along with some copper and some iron. I didn't check, but we can check here soon if there's any stone. Because if there's stone, we can do glass, and if there's glass, there is stone. Decent amount, too, and a decent amount of coal. So what we can do is we can set up Dyson sphere components, the EM rail ejectors with the solar sails, because it's just graphene, and graphene is just energetic graphite and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is just stone, water, and oil, essentially. And I could get rid of the hydrogen byproduct. There's also fire ice, but there's no fire ice on this planet, is there? No, there's no fire ice on this planet, so we'd have to import that if we wanted, and then we have to deal with the hydrogen byproduct. I don't really like that idea very much. And then it's just the glass and the E-circuits for the photon combiner, and then boom, solar sails. EM rail ejector, blueprint. Poof, perfection. But look at this beautiful red planet. Our very, very first kimberlite ore veins. What's it looking like? 1 million here, by the look of things. Is that all of it? All of it's on the one reserve. Huh. So throughput's gonna suck overall. That's what I'm learning here. And then look at the oil. 4 per second. 4 per second. 4 per second. That's a lot of oil coming from those guys. And then the organic crystal veins as well. Where are these spiniform stalagmite crystals? Here they are. They're not underwater. Ah, they're not underwater. Yay! That is so fantastic. That is so fantastic. This is a fantastic planet. This is a fantastic system. This system is amazing. I need to find a special name for this system because I'm going to keep calling it something other than Iota Octantis. I'm going to keep saying it wrong, so I'm going to get Girlfriend to name this system for us. And I'll show you guys that in the next one. Unless you guys have any other names, feel free to leave those in the comments. But this is fantastic. This is just absolutely phenomenal. I love this planet. This planet is fantastic. We can set up power distribution here, and I can jump start the system. Ah, oh, that's great. That is so great. That is so great. I love it. I love it. I have not had a better first system. I don't think I've had a better system, period. Like, this system has everything. If the star wasn't, you know, really awful, I'd consider building a Dyson sphere here. Ooh, is that a neutron star within 9 light years? Wow. That's where we get our unipolar magnets. I don't know what star we're going to end up using for our Dyson sphere. We'll try to find a nice, brilliant blue one, or we'll just make one around our home system of Asad Australis. But for now, that is going to be everything. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag. And I will see you guys in the next one. So later, y'all.